What is up, everybody? My name is Lex, and this is the first episode of the Lash Artist Podcast. So, for episode one, I'm just going to throw out some basic beginner tips that kind of helped me when I started off in my lash career. So, I've been doing lashes for about 5 years, and I also do have a background in social media, content creating, marketing, and advertising. So, I promise everything I am telling you is not just something made up. This is stuff that has actually worked for my brand, and these are things that I have studied along the way. So I'm going to start off with identifying yourself on social media. This is so important. I cannot stress this enough. Making sure you have all your boxes crossed off when it comes to this category is what I am here to help you do today, okay? Number one, a name. A name is so important when you're starting off. In the name is where we're going to understand what you do, okay? So, my brand name is Indie Aesthetics. I do aesthetics. But if I wanted to be more clear on that I just do lashes, if I only provided lashes, my name would be Indie Lash Company or Indie Lashes or whatever lashes or whatever lash extensions. You're making it clear in your name that this is the service I provide. Now, I'm a licensed esthetician. I do waxing, I do tinting, I do multiple services. So that's why I just indie aesthetics because it's aesthetics. On my social media page, I make it clear the services that I do. So there's no confusion when it comes to that. But if your name is, I'm just going to pull a random name out. If your Instagram name is Beauty by Michaela, okay, what type of beauty do you do? Do you do lashes? Do you do nails? Do you do hair? This needs to be kind of clear when you're coming up with your brand recognition. I'm not saying your name cannot be Beauty by Michaela, but if you are picking a name like that, a wide general name, when it comes to your social media page, we need to have a clear bio and a clear description, or the images need to be clear on your page of the services you do, you specialize, and you provide. That is so important. So, again, repeating, just because your name is Beauty by Michaela doesn't mean it's boring or whatever, but you need to identify what you specialize in or what your main focus is that you provide to your clientele. Something else that goes along with your brand name is a logo. A logo is so important, okay? Your logo is also going to help tell your clientele what you do. If I do lashes, I might have a picture of eyelashes as my logo. I might have an eyeball with eyelash extensions applied to it as my logo, or a face with eyelashes on it. I'm not saying limit yourself to these or these only have to be it, but I'm saying you want your brand to be clear. Logos are very important because this is what you're going to put on all of your pictures, all of your posts. This is what your icon, your little circle icon on Instagram is going to be. You're going to put your logo there. This is what your homepage, your Facebook, your cover photo, your logo is going to be here. You're going to poster your logo everywhere. Your logo is going to be on your business cards. A logo is so important, and the brand name goes with the logo. So I have my brand name and I have my logo. They go together. What's the next step? What else do you need? You need colors. You need 2 to 3 colors. I use 4 personally, but you need 2 to 3 colors at least. Don't do 10, don't do nothing crazy to start your brand identity, okay? I personally use pink, white, gray, and black. Those are the main colors that I use for my business when I market for myself. So if I'm going to go to my story and I'm going to make a post, then I'm going to want the background pink. When you automatically share somebody else's post to your story on Instagram, the background is whatever color Instagram decides. So you just go to the little eyedropper tool up top, the draw tool, and you click on the background and you change it to something that is in your brand color. And now look at that. Your story is adding to your brand identity because the background is part of the color, even if it's not your post. If you are reposting somebody else's work, somebody else's graphic on your story, you still want to change the background to your brand color to match your aesthetic. Make sense? Okay. So, along with brand color, what else am I going to use this for? You're going to use this for informational posts for your clients. If you are not always lashing somebody or always have a picture to post of lash, like let's say You posted a full set yesterday, right? You did somebody's lashes and you posted a full set yesterday. Okay. Now today, I didn't have a client, I didn't have a model, I didn't have anybody I could work on. What is today for? Today is the perfect opportunity to create an informational graphic for my client to post on Instagram. And I'm going to use my brand colors and my logo on this post. Posts like these. So that's why brand coloring, brand naming, brand identity, this is why this is such a big important process because this is recognizing who you are. After brand identity, I think it is very important to have pictures of yourself, professional photos of yourself, because people want to know who they're going to see. People are nosy. We know that, okay? People are nosy. We know that. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say that 3 times. People are nosy. We know that, okay? People want to know whose bed they're going to lay in, whose chair they're going to sit in, who's whatever. People want to know who their service provider is. I recommend on your highlights reels or your highlights tabs on your Instagram page, you have a picture of yourself, a professional photo of yourself, and then in the next slide, you have a little about you. People just want to know, hey, I've been doing lashes for 5 years. I was raised in this area. Maybe you moved from Michigan to Texas, and you're like, I used to live in Michigan, but now I live in Texas, and I'm starting my brand over again, and I'd love to lash your beautiful face. Something like that, okay? Just a simple I love dogs. I have a dog. Her name's Tilly. She's 1 years old. Just little things like that. People feel like they know you more. People feel like when they come to your appointment and you start your consultation, they just know you a little bit. It just feels a little bit more comfortable. Another way to set yourself apart from other lash artists is to have a booking link, okay? Having a booking link can weed out so many people that are just in your DM asking you how much, what's your availability, what do you have? Do you have this day? Do you have that day? Do you have that time? Whatever, whatever. You have a booking link and it makes you look so much more professional. There are multiple platforms that you could use that cost $10 to $20 a month, but there's also free programs out there. I personally use Square. This is not sponsored by Square by any means. I use Square and it is 100% free. I pay for it to use a little bit more in-depth features that I use for my business, but to start off, it is 100% free, and you can even get a card reader for free, and you can swipe cards at your appointment. That's professional. You don't have to tell people you have to have cash or you have to have Cash App or whatever. I'm telling you, it just makes everything more professional. Even if you're doing it out of your house, to be able to take card as a payment option, to have your client swipe that card, I'm telling you, it's gonna make the difference in your business versus, oh, can you Cash App me, whatever, whatever. Also, something that just popped in my head while saying this is when they swipe their card on the Square point of sale system, it asks if they want to leave a tip. Okay. I will tell you from experience, having that tip screen pop up in people's face makes them more inclined to tip. Okay. I know you see it when you go to the mall. I know you see it when you go to restaurants, when you do carry out or whatever. And it asks you. And I'm not gonna lie, most of the time I just hit whatever just to give it to them. So you have to think that in the back of your mind when a client goes, "Oh, how much was our fill? Oh, our fill was $90 today," right? Sometimes they just have $90 in their head and they're going to go on Cash App or Venmo or whatever and just send you that $90. But when they swipe their card and you charge it for $90 and the next screen is, "Okay, do you want to leave a 15, 20 or 25% or custom tip?" They're more inclined to tip because they're like, "Oh, yeah, tip," especially if you're doing it out of your house. Out of your house, I don't know why people feel like they don't need a tip. One thing I will say that I do want to note, tips are never expected, always appreciated. Do not make your prices to where you need a tip, okay? I'm gonna say that one more time. Tips are appreciated, not expected, okay?